This is Crawley Town, and today I'm going to take them from having just $1 in their bank account to 1 billion. That is an absolutely hilarious sight to see. $1 in Crawley Town's bank account, and an absolutely dreadful side here in League 2. But every season, I'm going to be setting myself an objective, and if I don't complete that objective, then we are going to go bankrupt and have to start from $1 again. And so for season 1, the objective is to make $5 million. So of course we start off with a group of youth academy players. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to promote them to the senior team. We can, okay. I'm promoting all of the 16 and 17 year olds just to get more players in. And honestly, I'm going to be trying to use every trick in the book to get their potential and get their overall up so their value goes up. You bet yourself that I am trying to get every single dollar I can out of these clubs. An extra £20,000 for a 34-year-old centre-half. I need that money. And there we go. It's our first bit of money added to the club, $330,000. And you bet that I'm definitely going to set up a scouting network here with our one-star scout. I'm just trying to get players in, any player. Let's set that up. And we're going to make a big sale here. Our striker, Ashley Naderson, $600,000 added to the budget. Come on, can we get Dan Novak up from a 55 overall? No, we can't. Oh, damn. All right, let's take him back to right wing and see if that helps. I've tried to go for an absolute home run here and sign a 77 rated goalkeeper worth $9 million, but unfortunately, he doesn't want to join us. But I still think looking for free agents is a very good call, so I'm going to see if any of them want to join us. Come on, can we get Joey Champness into the squad as our first signing? Yes, we do. Joey Champness, the Kiwi winger, is going to join us here at Crawley Town. He's worth almost $1 million. So my thinking is, if we're in January and we still need to make money, I can dish him off. I can sell him off if we haven't hit 5 million. And if we've hit the 5 million marker, then he's going to be a fantastic investment moving forward. Oh God, that's not a good start. Jackson Talbot looks like terrible, but this Ronnie Sharp guy, yeah, get him straight. I mean, his value's not great, but get him right into the youth academy. Screw it, I'll sign Jackson Talbot as well and see if we can get $100,000 for him. I did not want to sell this guy. James Tilley looking like one of our best players, but $860,000 for him was too hard to say no to. Along with the fact that we are really struggling to sell players this window. I'm sending Dan Novak off on a 1-year loan, really hoping he has an insane time at Verl and can come back as a stud. But after our opening transfer window in charge of Crawley Town, we have not done nearly as much business as I would have hoped. And we are not even halfway towards our current goal, only $2.1 million in our bank account. And our squad is absolutely dreadful. But besides that, we're still manager of the month. How have we been named manager of the month with 0 wins, 4 draws, and a loss? That is mind-boggling. I've gone ahead here and signed a bunch of random Qatari, Hungarian, and New Zealanders from the free agents list. I am purely signing these guys with the intention of selling them in January because we need the money. We desperately need the money. And I don't know if we're going to be able to hit 5 million this year, but it has cost us in the short term because our budget is now down to $1.1 million. I'm not overly worried about performances on the park this season. It's all just about laying a foundation financially, but we are having a shocker. We need to make about $4 million this transfer window, otherwise we're going bankrupt again. And we have copped such an unnecessary L. I tried to sell Nick Cerula, and he's left us on a free. We could have got $500,000 for him. Fuck you, Nick. Bang, that's $870,000. That's a huge chunk there for, to be fair, one of our star prospects. And Ote is off to the Romanian league for $520,000. It's deadline day, and we are nowhere near close to our goal. This is coming down. This is not looking good. No, we had about $800,000 we were going to make from this, but the transfer talks for Telford have broken down. And that's the transfer window finished. And our current budget is only $2.3 million. We're going to be going bankrupt again. We've failed in season 1. And we have finished 18th here in League 2. This was a proper stinker. At least Dan Novak glitched. I wouldn't even say glitched. He just had a good season on loan. But here we are at the start of season 2, lads. The budget's back to $1. But for season 2, I am making our objective to hit $3 million. It's going to be a financial one to start off here. We need a good foundation to actually invest for the future. I am not going to get fancy this year, lads. I've added basically everybody from our squad onto the transfer list. I am not leaving it to the last minute. I want us to be safe with the objective come the end of this opening window. A big one. It's one of our free agent pickups last year. It is going to be Barsham, who we have sold for $1.5 million, already halfway off of one transfer. Get in there. I knew that signing those free agents was going to help us. It didn't help us last year, but it's going to help us this year because that's another $1 million into the total. This might be the one that gets us over the line. I need to check the budget, but that's $540,000 extra. Oh, we're at 2.88. All right, we need another $120,000. $3 million mark in our bank account. Jack Rolls is off to the Romanian league. Not gonna lie, lads, I know that our squad looks like absolute hot garbage in certain areas. I don't care how we go on the field this season. I just want to get through this second season with some money in the bank account. We're getting nowhere on the park at the moment. We have finished in 18th, an absolute stinker, but at least we've made a little bit of money. Following competition prize money and all that good stuff, we are going to finish this season with $3.3 million heading into season 3. It checks out. 3.3 into 3. So we've built our financial base. Our squad is decimated on the park though. So our objective for this year is to sign 5 players that are under the age of 23. It's time that we started investing for the future. Our first signing here in season number 3 is going to be for the young English striker, 21-year-old Kai Corbett, who is going to join us from Peterborough United for $430,000. And I'm very happy because his value has just skyrocketed past his signing. Very happy about this one. We get ourselves a new shot stopper in between the sticks. It is a regen Australian goalkeeper, Brandon Poole, who we assigned from Newport County. Signing another Aussie here, Nectarios Triantos from the Central Coast Mariners, a nice centre back. Heading to Ireland here with a new midfielder joining the club. It is Brian McManus signing on. And so our 5th and final signing has come into the club. Objective complete. Is Jacob Muir, who is joining us here from the Perth Glory. We paid $370,000 for his services. Look, it's not a team of world beaters by any stretch of the imagination, but we're laying the foundations. We're starting to think about performances on the pitch, and we're starting to think about investments for the future. I'm trying to make the signings right now that we can sell for 4 or 5 times their initial cost in a couple of years' time and reinvest that money. You know, that's what I'm trying to do. Just lay money down now, sell them on for a profit, and then get even better investments. But at the end of season 4, it's an okay season. We've climbed a little bit up the table, but hopefully we got some good growth out of the lads. Our bank account's a little bit lower at the end of this season and heading into the next season because we invested so much money. But I think it's going to be a matter of just like, as a player gets older and once they've hit their ceiling, sell them on for a profit, get somebody who's going to exceed that and just go from there. Novak's starting to grow quite nicely though. He's officially got the has potential to be special tag. He could have been a great, like I'm really glad that we signed him in season 1. For season 4, our objective is get promoted. That's the objective. I'm sick of being mid-table. Go hard or go home. Let's get Crawley Town promoted to League 1. I'm trying to get some money into the club whilst also getting upgrades, younger upgrades. We've sold our right wing back Musab Kader, $660,000 extra added to the budget. And we're going to find ourselves a 70 rated free agent right back. It's a free transfer. We keep all the money from that Kader sale and get a +4 upgrade. This is what I'm talking about. Welcome to Crawley Town, Henry Brian. And we're going to be saying goodbye to our left back, Francis De Vries, off to Poland for $630,000. Again, we bought him for 0. We sell him on for a profit of $630,000. That is the JarradHD way. And lads, if you're a fan of the JarradHD way and not already subscribed to the channel, may as well go scorpion kick that subscribe button. Help us on our journey towards 500,000 subscribers. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Matthias Doritis. I love free agents, man. 72 rated Uruguayan. He's not even a regen. He is a real life player without a face. Matthias Doritis. That is a massive upgrade. I want our young players, our regen youth academy guys, Adnan Demir. I want him getting some growth out on loan. I want these guys to be working in the background to get us money in the future. Another $680,000 added to the budget, but following a couple more transfers here, that's now going to leave us with 2.7, basically $2.8 $2.8 million in the bank account. And I'm going to put a large chunk of that money towards a signing of the future. It is Cameron Humphreys here, joining us from Ipswich Town for $2.5 million. And just like that, this is what our starting 11 is going to look like this season. It's looking a lot stronger than it did 24 months ago, but there is still work to do. Are we going to get ourselves promoted, or are we going to go bankrupt once again? Objective complete, ladies and gentlemen. We have finished third. We were only 3 points away from a League 2 title, but we have been automatically promoted to League 1, and we're going to get to keep our budget. Now, of course, the prize money doesn't get added until the next season, so it's going to be, I need to do some quick math here, it's going to be £2.744 million for next year. And honestly, by investing in these players, we need results, because we're not going to be able to really make many big moves unless we get decent prize money. What a season for Kai Corbett, +5 growth and 23 goals. That is absolutely phenomenal from the Englishman. So we've been promoted, we've got players starting to grow. My objective this year, to sell every player that is 25 years old or over. I only want players that are going to be working for us this season. I want players that are going to be growing. If they're not going to grow, then let's get them out. Absolute bargain of a pickup here. We've upgraded at the striker role and got a great deal for it. It is Jamari Clark, the Jamaican striker, joining us here from Reading. We're also going to go and continue to improve our stock and our depth. I found this young German striker, Leon Weber, 17 years of age, 65 overall. We're going to sign him, and I'm immediately going to put him on the loan list and hopefully get him a loan spell. The first of our over 25s gone though, Corey Dye off to Newport. There were 6 players over the age of 25, by the way, 5 remain. We are starting to get some nice offers here for Dan Novak, but I do not want to sell him at the moment. I want to keep getting the growth and then hopefully sell him on for a crazy amount of money down the line. Dom Telford has been a great player for us in this video, but it is time to say goodbye as the Englishman is off to Villarreal's B team. Very happy about this one. Leon Weber off on loan to Preston, and we're going to pick ourselves up another free agent here, Samar Ahmed. He's 75 rated. He's quality, but again, he's not going to be a starter, so I'm going to loan him out and see if we can make a quick turnover for him. Making ourselves a tiny little profit here. Joey Champness signed him for nothing, and the Kiwi is off to QPR for 2.1 mil. I think this is the most money that we have had in our entire time in charge of Crawley. You guys already knew I had to go and invest some of it, which is why we're going to pick ourselves up a new left midfielder, Brian Gutierrez from the Chicago Fire. We paid £2.75 million for the American services. We're on the cusp of selling 2 of our over 25-year-old center backs, so I was like, all right, let's get ourselves some backups. Screw backups. I've found 2 starting center back regens here, Zoel Gashi, an Albanian center half, and we all know I love Gashi, but we're going to have, why did I say that? That was a stupid joke, but regardless, we're going to have Hugo Arias as well joining the club here. 2 quality center halves. Lads, we've managed to sell Amole and Johnson, 2 of our older players. Ben Wells is all that's stopping us from completing this season's objective. Get in there, lads. Ben Wells is out. Objective complete. Mate, our team is starting to look real nice here. Our team is looking really good for 3rd division level. The lads are growing. The investments are paying off. I'm excited to see what this season has in store. Hopefully, a lot of growth. We were so close to the playoffs here in League 1, just 2 points away from Ipswich. We've survived relegation though, which is a big win for us. But we almost made the playoffs. MK Dons winning League 1. But we're going to be entering next season with £3.2 million or $3.2 million in our bank account. Clark stealing the limelight from Corbett and getting himself 16 goals this year. All right, here we are in season 6, lads, and our objective is going to be get promoted. It's as simple as that. We need to get ourselves up to the Championship Premier League level, because we're not going to be able to sign these big name players with the money we make from selling our decent prospects until we are a decent sized club, in my opinion. And we have just about doubled our budget here for this season, because we're saying goodbye to one of our signings in Brian McManus. The Irishman is off to West Brom for 3.3. I want to see though, how much did I pay initially for him? I think it was like only a couple $100,000. It doesn't say there. I legit think I made a couple million profit though. And we're we're going to make a big name signing here in the midfield. This last name carries some weight, and it might help us in the future to kind of demand. Even look at that, the value. Okay, we overpaid slightly initially, I thought, for Job Bellingham, but his value's gone from 3.6 million to 5.5 since we signed him. I'm happy about that one. Job Bellingham, welcome to Crawley Town. When it's time for us to sell him on, that we can get an extra 5-10 million pounds or $10 million for him purely because of that last name. Dortmund, Liverpool, if you want him, come give me a call. Yeah, look lads, this is a no-brainer and I've got to be really quick about it. I was looking for just players to sign as reserves. We've discovered Keylor Navas's regen. Keylor Navas's regen has hit the market. Graz, the Austrian club, are already in for him, so we need to approach him right now if we want to sign him. This could be huge because he's valued, where does it show it? Right there. He's valued at $25 million. This guy could be someone we sell on for hundreds of millions down the line. 5-year deal, no brainer. Take as much as you want, man. I'm going to give you $3,000 because we need this to get over the line. Come on, Evaristo Ray. And it's going to happen, Ray. Keylor Navas's regen's going to join us at Crawley Town. I can already see the dollar signs in a few years' time. More time out on loan here, though, for Leon Weber off to Pisa. Not the craziest transfer window in the world. Our squad depth is starting to get decent. I really want to build that up over the next few years, but this is how the starting 11 looks. Our goal and objective for this year is to get promoted to the championship, and surely this team is good enough to almost push to get promoted to the bloody Premier League in some areas. Surely we get promoted to the championship. What a season! We are headed up to the championship with Crawley Town. We passed our objective in flying colors. Ourselves and Pompey are promoted, and we have also added some more silverware to the trophy cabinet. We won the Papa John's trophy, and this is the biggest moment of the video so far because we have made $10.75 million worth in prize money. Winning the cup, winning the league has paid dividends. Is going to help us so much moving forward. We're going to have what, like $11.3 million next year, 11.4 million. And with the growth of some of our players this year, like Novak's gone up 125%, Ray's gone up 86%, 388% for Cameron Humphrey. That's what happens when you dominate the lower leagues. The dynamic player potential works wonders. Damn, Kane Corbett, 31 goals, 20 goals for Gutierrez, 19 in Job Bellingham's first season at Crawley. We're in the championship and we're pushing to climb to the Prem. Our objective for season 7 is to sign an 80 rated or higher striker. But we are going to be saying goodbye to Brandon Poole, who we've sold for $3.9 million. I found what I think might be Manuel Neuer's regen. Nicholas Lang, 18-year-old German keeper. Dortmund want him. Can we beat out Dortmund and get this man? He wouldn't even be our starter. I'd probably send him out on loan, but that could be an extra 13, 15, and $100 million down the line. I am quickly learning as we're about to sign Nicholas Lang and beat out Borussia Dortmund that signing goalkeepers is the best possible strategy in this because they are ready to go a lot of the time. See, look, we could already cash in and get $60 to $100 million here for Ray. Not going to do that right now, but down the line, we know that we've got that money. And we've immediately got Nicholas Lang off on a 1-year loan move to Villarreal. Here's to hoping he comes back in the 80s. Already getting some respectable offers for Job Bellingham, but I don't want to sell him until he's worth like 50 plus. Need some growth though in Samar Ahmed, who's heading to Sassuolo for the year. All right, it is time to cash in on one of our early signings. It is going to be the Australian Jacob Muir heading to Real Salt Lake. $2.6 million in our back pocket and getting rid of one of our absolutely terrible players. This is not going to go too far, but it's another $210,000 to get rid of a 59 rated keeper. But still, no offers for Corbett, who I want to cash in on to help us get an 80 plus rated striker. Again, it is another goalkeeper who we could immediately sell on for $3, $4, $5 million. But we literally don't have a backup goalkeeper right now because of Lang being out on loan. So we're going to welcome Benjamin Novak to the squad. This right here is our biggest transfer return in the entire video. It is Kai Corbett. He's been a great player for us, but we can't get attached to players in this video. Kai Corbett, we're cashing in $46.3 million. This is the most money we've had. Let's go get ourselves an 80 plus rated striker. Normally the saying is buy low, sell high, and that's what we've been doing. But I'm also following the mantra of sell high, buy low, because we have sold Corbett 77 rated for what, $46 million? But then in return, we have signed ourselves an 80 rated striker in for here for $30 million. So we've saved ourselves about $16 million and got someone 3 overall higher. So that is the objective complete. But you know what? Our reserve stock stock is absolutely terrible for the most part. A lot of players out on loan. But I want to go absolutely berserk here, lads, and sign some of the world's best prospects that aren't free agents. Which is why we're going to invest $1.4 million signing Kylian Baumgartner from Lens, $4.1 million signing Ellis Spencer from Manchester United, and the biggest investment of all is $12.6 million. Oh, his value's gone down, but it's for Boya Ayala from Manchester City. So here we are in the championship. This is the squad we have. Again, I'm not too bothered about getting promoted out of the championship. I don't want to get relegated, obviously, but I just want some growth in this squad so that dynamic player potential can continue doing its thing and our investments pay off. Bang! Get in there, lads! We have been automatically promoted to the Premier League with Crawley Town. Let's go. That's going to be so good for our budget as well. We're going to get so much in competition prize money now. Everton going up with us. That is so good. I knew we were going to do good this season, but I did not think automatic promotion was on the cards. I am buzzing. What a season as well for Ellis Spencer off the bench. It looks like the CPU's had him starting majority of the games, and he's bagged himself 30 goals. That is mad. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, that's what I mean. You get promoted to the Premier League. $133 million in prize money. Tack on our tiny little budget of $3 million. We're going to have $136.5 million headed into next season. I'm not going to lie, lads, with a lot of our players growing quite nicely again, the temptation to cash out on everybody and try to get to that 1 billion marker is certainly high, but I don't think we're there quite yet. We're a Premier League club now. Our squad's starting to look great. I want to cut the fat. I want to trim the fat. So our objective for this season is to get rid of every player that is 70 rated or lower. We could apparently get $141 million here for Ray. I'm almost tempted to sell him on and then use that money to invest in like 5 or 6 quality players for the future, but he's only 19. Let's give it another couple of years and sell him on for like $500 million. We are at a point now where we can make some great investments to our starting 11 with a lot more money. We're going to sign Patrick Muller here from Brighton, 20-year-old, 79 rated left back, going to go straight into the starting 11, and we got him for $23.6 million. And an even better investment at the center back role. This guy looks like a stud, $52.8 million. It's our largest investment so far. We've signed the Brazilian center half, Dennis Moreira from Brentford. Clark wanted out of the club. He was not happy how Ellis Spencer took his limelight last season, and honestly, Spencer is my man up top moving forward. So we have sold. We've also sold Jack Sponge as well, which is huge. But we have sold Clark to Salernitana for $16.5 million. And it looks like the board's happy about it as well. Let's go. Another one of our players that's lower than 70 is off to the Saudi League. Another player that we bought low and sold somewhat high. It's Nectarios Triantos from the Central Coast Mariners, now leaving us and heading to Salzburg. I think we might have found Eden Hazard's regen. Martin Janssen, a 77 Belgian left midfielder. I'm submitting a contract offer here for him. Can we sign him as a free agent? Yes, we do. I'm literally scouring the free agents list trying to find the best possible free agent players just to put in our squad, because I genuinely think we could be in a position to sell out and get to the 1 billion marker within the next 3 or 4 years. We're also going to pick ourselves up a right midfielder here, Simon Gilles, and what I can only assume is Koulibaly's regen, a 16-year-old Senegalese centre half in Jean-Paul Gay. This is a great pickup, 75 rated. Get in there, lads, with Joseph Sanchez leaving and a whole array of other transfers in this transfer window. That means we have passed our objective. I know Weber and Baumgartner are 69 and 70 rated, but they have been loaned out. Our squad is now so damn balanced. Let's see if this team has what it takes to survive a full season in the Premier League and not get relegated. No relegation here with Crawley Town is exactly what we were after. We finished 14th in the Premier League, 7 points clear of Brentford. Maybe that centre-half signing in Mariah has helped us quite a lot. I was just checking out how the lads had gone, and Ray is now up to an 87. We could probably get like $150, $200 million for him next year. Another incredible season though for Spencer, the only player that had an OKC, like a good season to be honest, 25 goals. He's gonna have insane dynamic player potential moving forward. Let's go. That is brilliant. Including our prize money and our budget, we're gonna have $208 million heading into next season. Heading into season 9, we are gonna be over a fifth of the way towards our total target. I'm quickly learning that tournament prize money is gonna play a key role into us getting to that $1 billion marker, which is why I'm setting our objective here for this season to qualify for European European football. Given the team we have right now, it is going to take a massive effort for us to get there, but let's give it a red hot crack. He is a club record transfer here at Crawley Town. It is an 85 rated 22-year-old striker in Emmanuel DeAngelis. I'm hoping that he can get himself up to the 90 range. I mean, I don't know what his potential is, but I'm hoping he can get himself up in value, double in value within a couple of years, and we can make a monster profit. It is time for us to cash in, though, on Brian Gutierrez, as the American midfielder is headed to Brighton for $46.2 million. And it is time for us to say goodbye to Fahir. He hasn't grown nearly as much as I would have hoped, but we've still made a decent little profit here of $12 million in total. We are splashing the cash here on a new left midfielder. Gutierrez gone, and Sheldrup into the club from Bayern Munich. 86 rated. Our team continues to get stronger and stronger. Nah, that's actually ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. Cameron Humphreys is 82 rated. We just got $89.9 million, basically $90 million to sell him to Barcelona. Another player gone, though. We are cleaning out the club. It's De Ritz headed to Berlin for $40 million. No, that's actually ridiculous. Wait until you see how much money we just sold Dan Novak for. Remember Dan Novak, the kid that we thought probably wasn't going to be anything decent? Well, we just got $142 million for him. $142 million for him. This is unbelievable. $347 million in our budget. I could try selling out now, but I think we need to make the push for European football. Maybe next year we could sell out. We get ourselves the Dan Novak replacement. It is Fatih Ibrahim, the Algerian right winger from Newcastle United, joining us here for $85 million. And we're also going to sign Mats Dubois here from Arsenal. We're going to pay $158.9 million for him. Does this team have what it takes to get European football? It better, otherwise we're going back to $1 in the bank account. If we don't get European football, we go bankrupt. Unless we have won some sort of a cup, then we're going to be bankrupt next season. We're going back to $1. Chelsea won the FA Cup. We weren't even close. We lost in the 5th round. And Liverpool won the Carabao Cup. We're bankrupt, lads. We're bankrupt again. Instead of having about $240 million next season, we're going to be starting with just $1. That is painful to look at, ladies and gentlemen. $1 in our budget, which is why our goal for this season is to make $200 million worth of player sales. I want to get back to the mark we were. I kind of wanted to sell Noah Lang, but he only wanted to go out on a loan, so we're going to try getting some more growth out of the 81 overall 21-year-old, sending him to Arsenal for the season. We do have our first player departure of the season, however. It is Hugo Arias, $9.7 million. It's not going to get us over the mark. We still have another $190 million to make, but it's a start. This is more like it though, lads. I wanted to keep Joe Bellingham around for another year or two, but I looked at the squad and I thought, all right, with the current objective and the current situation, now is the time to say goodbye. Joe Bellingham off to Inter Milan for $115 million. Gonna pick ourselves up a free agent right back though. We need a backup. We need squad numbers because I literally can't sell anybody else until we get a free agent or somebody in. So Salvador's a start. Not only have we signed a backup right back, I want to get somebody in the starting role now to upgrade here. It's Diego Aguirre, $70 million to bring the Spaniard across from Wolves. I need to do the math. Is this enough to get us over the line? $34 million here as we sell Henry Briand to Roma. We're currently at 158.7. We need to make another $42 million. Get in there, lads. We are over the line officially, and it makes sense that we sell the player that I thought was Hazard's regen to Chelsea for $46.7 million. Let's go. We're going to complete this season's objective. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, daylight robbery. We have got the Croatian center midfielder Maric. He only had 12 months remaining on his contract. We pay $104 million for his services. That is unbelievable. It has also left us with just $850,000 in our budget, so that's fun. We've put all of our money into this squad. We need them to perform on the park this season so we can get a fat payout with trophy bonuses, and maybe, just maybe, next season we might be in a position to sell on. Crawley Town have Champions League football next season. Let's go. Just 5 losses all season. Those draws have killed us, but we're going to be playing Champions League football, and I'm really excited to see our tournament bonuses. We also add a Carabao Cup, the EFL Cup, to our trophy cabinet. Let's go. What a season as well for DeAngelis. 89 rated, 29 goals, and we are in a great position. Come on, what's this tournament tournament prize money going to be? $172 million. So add the extra 1.8 on top. That's going to be like 174.5 or something like that. That's a decent start. I'd hate to think where we would be if we didn't go bankrupt last season. It's only right. I don't think I'm going to be cashing out this season. In fact, I'm going to turn this into a stacking season, but I'm setting us an objective that might just make this whole video go tits up, and that is to win the Champions League. I want to have a run at the Champions League with this squad. We're going to give it a massive opportunity this season, and if not, we might be in a really bad position. But where's the fun in playing it safe? Our backline is in need of some serious upgrades though, which is why I've signed the Scottish left back Douglas Rankin here from Wolverhampton, and we're also going to sign the Spanish centre half Robert Sierra, $62.3 million from Leeds United. And in preparation for the chaos of next year, in terms of us selling out, I have gone and bought a whole bunch of free agents in multiple positions to make sure that we have insane squad depth. I've not sold a single player this window though. I want this squad to be as beefy with quality as possible so that we can make as much money as possible next year. We need to get ourselves a Champions League title though, otherwise our job's going to be 10 times harder. But our Champions League group is as follows: AC Milan, Rangers, and Shakhtar Donetsk. This is not going to be a walk in the park. Let's get to the end of the season and see what sort of a position we are in. So here we are at the end of the 11th season, ladies and gentlemen. We finished second again in the Premier League, 5 points behind Man City. Unfortunately, no FA Cup as we lose to Man United in the semis, and no Carabao Cup. That goes to Leicester. But we complete our objective as we have won the Champions League, and we did it in terrifying fashion. Barca in the final, Man City in the semis, PSG in the quarters, and Bayern Munich in the round of 16. That's about as tough as it's gonna get, but we complete our objective. DeAngelis, 31 goals up to 90 overall. Spencer up to an 87, 23 goals. Oh my, yeah, we're cashing out next year. We are cashing out next year. We have got almost bang on $301 million. Let's go get ourselves billionaire status. Our objective this year, it's straightforward, but it's a make or break. It's obvious. Become billionaires. We have got some players that have ridiculous valuations. I am adding all of them to the transfer list. Let's see which one of them can sell. First man out this season is Gashi. Zol Gashi off to Sevilla for 54.9 mil. We pick up a massive 93.8 million pounds to sell Dennis Mariah. Boya Ayala is headed back to Spain, 24 million added to the bank account, along with Patrick Muller, who's headed to Spain for 42 mil, and a massive $100 million added here as we're gonna have Diego Aguirre joining us, or leaving us, I should say. Oh, we're getting some big boy money now. 92.3 for Douglas Rankin. We're getting close. $288 million to go. Oh my God, Ellis Spencer, 154 million. Oh, we're gonna become billionaires. We are so close. Ladies and gentlemen, this might have just put us over the edge. We've sold Sheldrip to Liverpool for $163 million. And with that, we are officially billionaires. Let's go. It took us 12 years, but we have taken Crawley Town from having $1 in their bank account to 1 billion. Lads, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.